Hello and welcome back to the Earthstar Tribrid channel. I'm your host, the Earthstar Tribrid. So, we're going to get a recap and then clarifications on the situation because, I'm reading this stuff and, okay, so, for example, I'm reading this, right? I specifically Googled what was Nick doing during the time of parents' death, okay? Saturday timeline of events. Saturday night, Nick Reiner attended a holiday party at Conan O'Brien's home with his father, Rob Reiner. Guests reported that Nick was acting erratically and got into a loud argument with his father. Okay, so first question. Why was Nick Reiner at the party? First question, okay? And then he was acting erratically and got into a loud argument with his father. Is he autistic? It made me really angry to hear that because I knew they were trying to use my anxiety and autism again. Okay, so they're saying he was dying. Okay, so I want to know that he was autistic. Okay, so one doctor even said that he was autistic. Here's the thing. My child is autistic, okay? He would not be okay in a big like loud noises, lots of people. He can't handle that type of stuff. He breaks down and he wants to get out of there. So that would make sense, but why, if you knew this about your son, why would you make him go to this party? You know what I mean? So we're gonna ask that. What his mental health situation, what was his mental health? Was he because they're saying something about schizophrenia, they're saying something about autism, depression. Okay. Okay, and then so, because my son's autistic, I'm telling you, when he first started showing signs of autism, I was like, what the hell? And what's crazy, okay, so, alright, so, no. Like, when he was, bleh. Okay, so when he was showing signs of autism, I was just like, oh my god, I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was raising a serial killer at first, because he would be getting violent, throwing things, or pushing people, but once he started getting early intervention and stuff like that, he's a saint now. He's just a completely different person. There are things that trigger his autism, like loud noises or lots of people. If he's with me, I'm his safe zone, so he knows to cling on to me or anything. And I usually have he didn't like the headphones, but these earmuffs, they're soft and they're fine. He's okay with that. He's not nonverbal. He's very verbal, but it's more of there's certain things that trigger his autism, and loud noises and lots of people, especially just a mesh of different. He's very, very sensitive to energy, specific energy. All right, so I'm gonna get into that with him to figure out what his mental health state was, but it's starting to sound like to me that if he got into an argument with his dad, the last thing he wanted to do was be around his parents. And, especially self-medicating, he probably just left. So, anyway, Saturday night, party, argument, early Sunday morning, approximately 4:15 a.m., Nick checked into a hotel in Santa Monica, about 15 miles away from his parents' home. 15 miles away. So that's pretty far distance. It doesn't sound like he was home when they were murdered. because we were getting civil twilight. In civil twilight, when is civil twilight during winter season? Okay, so during winter, civil twilight occurs when the sun is 6 degrees below the horizon, offering a bright horizon visible period for about 30 minutes before sunrise, dawn. Okay, so 30 minutes before sunrise. So then, that means, hold on. So if we go into what time was sunrise? Was it last Sunday? Yeah, so 12, 14, 25 in California. So 6:50 a.m. So, okay, sunrise was 6:50 a.m. California. I mean, I think he's closer to Los Angeles, so that's saying 6:50 a.m. I think. Yeah. So we'll give about 6:50 because San Diego is 6:46. California City is 6:52. Northern California is 7:23, and San Francisco is 7:17. So about civil twilight was like 30 minutes before that. So you're looking like what? Between 6 and 6:30 a.m. is when they were killed. Okay? Because we were getting civil twilight, so somewhere around there. We'll say between 6 and 6:30 they were killed, okay? And if he checked into a hotel at 4:15 a.m. and it was 15 miles away, like, did he drive? Did he walk? Did he get an Uber? Because if he walks, how long will it take to walk 15 miles? All right, walking 15 miles typically takes 5 to 6 hours for an average person on flat terrain, but can range from under 4 hours for a fit walker to over 7 hours, depending heavily on pace, fitness, brakes, and terrain. With hills, okay, so if he walked, that would mean, because they were saying something about on foot. So you're looking about, we'll say roughly 4 to 7 hours. So I'm telling you, he was not there. He wasn't there. There's no way he was there. So you got walked 15 miles would be about 4 to 7 hours. How long will it take to drive 15 miles? Okay, driving 15 miles takes anywhere from under 15 minutes to much longer, depending on your speed, traffic, and at a steady 60 miles per hour, it's 15 minutes, but with city traffic, stoplights, or lower limits, it could take, so if you drove, which I don't think he's able to drive, you're looking about 15 to 30 minutes. But again, while slow city driving might take, okay, so we'll say 40, even take 45 minutes. Okay, so all right, we're gonna hold on a second. We're gonna do. All right, so if you were driving at 20 miles per hour, that's 45 minutes. 45 miles per hour, that's 20 minutes. 30 miles per hour is 30 minutes. Yeah, and then 60 miles per hour is about 15 minutes. Okay? But you're looking at, like, that's, like, so if you were going 60 miles an hour, that's obviously highway. What was it, 30 minutes, that's 30 miles per hour, that's, like, within the city. 45 miles per hour, that's mixed. I don't know what mixed means, but I'm just reading it here. And then you got 20 miles per hour, that's slow traffic. We'll just say ST, slow traffic. Do you guys not see what I'm saying here? The timelines are not adding up here. Okay. So back to... Alright, so now approximately he checked in at 4:15. 4:15 a.m. Santa Monica Hotel. From his parents' home in Brentwood. That's 15 miles away from his parents' home in Brentwood. Hotel staff later reported finding blood in the shower and on the bed in his room. Okay. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Did hotel staff I'm not going to say report because obviously they reported it, but did they really find that? Find blood in the shower and on the bed in his room? If so, whose blood was it? We're going to get into it. I have nothing lit right now, so at this point in time, we're just getting things situated. All right, so, and that was at 4:15 a.m., but when did they report that? I mean, you know what I mean? Because it depends on the amount of blood. You know what I mean? Because what was he? Nick Reiner's drug habits. Heroin and cocaine. If he was shooting up, it would make sense. Or if he was doing cocaine, he could have had a nosebleed. For heroin and cocaine addiction at age 15 and continued going in and out of treatment facility for years after, he is quoted as saying that he re-entered treatment facilities 18 times following his first admission. So if he was shooting up, that would make sense to have blood. If he was doing cocaine, Maybe he busted a blood vessel in his nose and there was blood that way. Just because there's blood doesn't mean it's theirs. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of inconsistencies, there's a lot of holes, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence right now that doesn't really say that he did it. Okay? So, 3, the timelines are not matching up as one. Okay, so, and here's the thing. Okay, so this part is Sunday evening. Okay, surveillance footage captured Nick visiting an AM PM gas station convenience store. Remember when I got PM and then I also got AM PM gas station. That could have been also where he calmly, and I said he was looking like nothing happened. Nothing was really going on that would suggest that, he did something horrific. I wasn't even looking. I was like, man, he's pretty casual. He's just going in here like it's any other day. It doesn't look like somebody, and it said, like an employee noted, he appeared normal. Sunday night, approximately 9:15, Nick Reiner was arrested by police near an Exposition Park area close to downtown Los Angeles a few hours after his parents' bodies were discovered. Okay. Authorities used high-tech tools, including cell phone data and surveillance cameras, to track his movements during this period from the time he left the party until his arrest. He has since been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. And I keep asking them, like, did he do it? And they keep saying no. The timelines are not matching up. So my question is, did he drive? Did he walk? So these are some of the things we're going to get into. I'm going to go ahead and sage. I'm going to light my candles and, the whole shebang. The whole shebang. But every time I ask, it keeps saying no. And obviously somebody who has autism, depending on their level, of course, like when you get into an argument with them, it could get scary. Like, especially if you don't know or understand. He's 32 years old. See, my son, he's 6. And like I said, when he was 3 and he showed his first signs of autism, like actual physical signs of autism, because at first when he was a little kid, he was so independent. Like, I would try and get him to play with the other kids or just to like play in general, and he was just like, oh, I'm good by myself, I'm cool, apparently that's a sign of autism. Being a very independent child that early on is a sign of autism. I didn't know. When he turned 3, however, it was just like a switch flipped, man. It was completely different. Completely different. Okay. But with that being said, my son is doing so well now. He is doing fantastic. He is considered the leader of the classroom. He helps get, like, before he would just always stay to himself. I mean, when I say stay to himself, he kind of still does to a certain extent. Once he gets comfortable with you or with the surroundings, the people, the kids or whatnot, like, he even stood up for himself when the other autistic kids were bullying, and I had to be okay. I had not be okay with it, but I had to be a little understanding when those little kids were bullying him because of how he first was when he was, 3 years old. Like I said, like I swore up and down. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm raising a serial killer here. What is going on with my baby? What's going on with my child? Like, why is he acting like that? Like, I literally went from full-time to part-time work because I kept having to leave work like an hour and a half because I was cleaning houses. Remember when I was saying I cleaned houses, so we had to do codes and stuff to get in certain houses. So I'd drop them off at daycare and I go do my job. I'll be like an hour and a half to 2 hours away, and then I get a phone call saying, hey, we can't handle your son. You need to come by and pick him up. And it got to a point where I just had to become part-time. So I understand, especially if because I know I read something on the sister saying that, he got scary, and then, well, if he's 32, I don't even think back then they really had good, early intervention or anything like that for kids who might have been autistic. So he didn't have that support system. that most kids have nowadays. So that would make sense, especially if he didn't know what was going on, his parents didn't know what was going on, and then he's just self-medicating. So that makes sense. Of course it would be scary. It was scary for me at times. I was just like, oh no, we, what is going on? So I'll be back. I'm going to pause this and then I'm going to do my saging and all that other stuff and we'll get into it. Okay. And we're back. I also did something a little different earlier today. I'm not done with it quite yet, but I did do, like, so I have my dice there, but I was guided to do some other things too. So we have like this type of dice. We got one like all the way to 6, all the way to 13, or I mean all the way to 12, all the way to 18, and then all the way to 24. Okay, so we have that as well. Are we using my regular dice? Are we also using my number cubes? Yes. Am I also using the Scrabble box? Am I using anything else? No, that's it. Okay. Am I speaking with Rob and Michelle Reiner? Jesus Christ, All High Almighty, anyone else other than the 4 of you? Okay, I know I ask you every single time, but I'm going to ask again. Did your son kill you? That was a fast hell. No, it's not. No, he did not. Do the timelines match up to what they're saying that he was there and stuff? No, it's not. After your argument, did he just end up packing up some of his stuff and then leaving? Okay. That is a yes. Okay, now with that being said, why was Nick Reiner at the Christmas party? Do you want me to pull Scrabble letters? Do you want me to roll the dice? No, Scrabble letters. Okay. Yes, I know this is a butterball. This is a butter thing, but like when I try to, these are so big. I can't find the smaller cubes that I have in my Scrabble box. So this will just work for now. But this, it helps me shake them up. All right. Why was Nick Reiner at the Christmas party? Because from what I understand, everybody was all snazzy, but he was the only one that was dressed down. Okay. And looking like he didn't want to be there. So why was he at the party? Do I need to pull out any more letters? Yes. Am I speaking to anyone who is not of the highest divine light, or Jesus Christ, or Rob, or Michelle Reiner? No. You swear upon Jesus Christ's name? Yes. Okay. We also got Chiron, Virgo, exclamation, Leo, and Cardinal here. Okay. Autumn. This was in the autumn time. We're just got December 20th is and it was Sagittarius. So autumn Sagittarius. That was during the autumn Sagittarius season. We are now, I believe, in Capricorn season. Winter solstice happened literally, I believe, yesterday. So we are now officially in winter. So technically, when this party went down, it was autumn. This is a symbol for autumn. This is spring, summer, and winter. Okay. So winter or autumn, Sagittarius season, that makes very big sense there. Alrighty. Do we need to pull out any more letters? No. Okay. So we have here, Chiron is leadership, Neptune is illusions. It has other things too, but what I'm getting is like, I guess Rob, and I don't know if Michelle was there, but I'm guessing Rob wanted to give the illusion that everything is okay. That's what I'm getting. Create the illusion that everything's okay. And Rob is considered like the head of the household, and Chiron is leadership, and Leo is like everything's on me type deal. I'm guessing he just wanted to give the illusion that everything was okay, especially with his son. That's what I'm getting. C S B S. Why was Rob Reiner at the Christmas party? Usually when people try to be like, oh, you should bring your son, and I'm like, well, it depends on how many people are there, because if there's a lot of people, he's not going to want to go. At least he's not going to want to go for a long period of time. He might show his face and be like, okay, mommy, I want to go home. I remember my company that I work for had a like a family thing where you can go to, they paid for you to get in, they paid for you to play and to get on the rides and stuff. And when we got there, there were so many people, and my son was just like, mommy, can we go home? I was like, dude, we literally just drove 2 hours to get here. We're not going home. Like, if it was a 30-minute drive, yeah, for sure. But no, we're not going home after 2 hours of driving. Absolutely not. So, I mean, like, we went on like 2 rides the whole entire time, same 2 rides, some type of Ferris wheel, and then we also went on, uh, the ski lift when you go up and down. We only went on those. I tried to get him to ride the roller coaster, little kid roller coaster, and he was not with it. They went on it one time, and he's just like, no, get me off this thing. And the lines were super hella long. He didn't like being around a whole bunch of people, so I understand if when he went there, he's just like, dude, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be around a whole bunch of people, especially people that, who I don't really care about, and they don't really care about me. Like, that's usually how autism works. Like, he gets excited over the thought of Santa Claus, but the second he sees Santa Claus, he's like, oh, hell no. Nope. And when they were sitting there saying, like, oh, yeah, make sure he learns this Rudolph song so that way he can sing it in front of everybody. I'm like, are you freaking kidding? He's not going to want to do that. I'm like, I'll do it with him, like, teach him the song and everything. But if he's not going to be with it, he's not going to be with it. You can't force him to do it. He'll just start crying and just throwing a fit. So I completely understand. So, why was he at the party? Is the answer in the letters? No. Or is the answer in the symbol? See, I should have just asked that before I even did that. But had a fit. Had a fit. Yeah, so he had a fit. Yeah, he had a fit. Was it Rob that had a fit? Nick had a fit. Nick had a fit. Not I'm getting like he didn't want to be there. He had a fit when he was there. He didn't want to be there. Big mess. Tent of peeps. Peeps is also, you know, like people. It'd be like, oh, yeah, like there's, you know, peeps as in people. Big massive peeps, meaning big massive people. He had a fit. It was just too much. Like there's some people who are just not made for that. You know what I mean? I'm getting too loud because I'm seeing. I don't think I have a U, but it's the message. The answer is in the symbols. So if we look at Leo and Chiron. Okay, Chiron and Leo signifies a generational wound. 1991 to 1994. What year was he born? I want to say 92. 93. Yeah. Okay, so this is him. Chiron in Leo signifies a generational wound approximately 1991 to 1994, and he was born in 93, around feeling unseen, where self-worth becomes tied to performance and external validation, leading to a fear that expressing true self brings abandonment or rejection, turning natural joy and creativity into something that must be earned, requiring healing through embracing vulnerability and finding authentic self-expression beyond pleasing others. And then we got Leo and Neptune. Neptune and Leo signifies a generational focus on spiritualizing creativity, the performing arts, and self-expression, with its last major transit around 1915 and 1929, fueling the rise of Hollywood, the Jazz Age, and cultural fantasies. While its next appearance won't be until 2078, will bring new waves of artistic vision, illusion, and dreams, potentially inspiring transformative self-expression and collective entertainment. I mean, like that. It's just I don't think it's his scene really. Not his. Yeah, so not his scene. Oh, I do have more ends. There you go. Not his scene. Yeah. So it's a big mass of people. He didn't want to be there. It's too much for him. If he's autistic, I would understand that it's too much for him. Okay, and then you got Leo in 11th house. Someone who finds their identity, joy, and purpose through friendships, groups, social networks, and humanitarian goals, bringing leadership, drama, creativity, and a desire for recognition to their community, involvement, and future aspirations, often becoming the star or leader within their social circles, earning respect through ambitious projects, and achieving gains through collective efforts. Did Nick want to be at the party? No. Did you make him go? Yes. Why did you make him go? Should I, is that answer in this? No. Should I put them back and ask? Yes. Okay, no wait, we got Sagittarius here and Virgo. So hold on a second. So Virgo, in 11th house. Your friendship groups and future hopes are characterized by practicality, analysis, service, and sometimes criticism or disappointment. Often seeking helpful, intelligent friends, but finding superficiality. You desire meaningful connections and contribute best through practical help, healing, or research within communities, focusing on improving societal systems rather than grand ideals. Okay. Then Neptune. Okay, Neptune and Virgo signifies a generational focus on spiritual ideals, manifesting through practical service, healing, health, and meticulous work, blending Virgo's detail-oriented nature with Neptune's dreams, illusion, and universal consciousness. People born with this placement seek divine meaning in everyday tasks, emphasizing systematic improvements, wellness, and connecting the mundane with the mystical. Okay, Virgo and Chiron. A core wound related to perfectionism, feeling inadequate, excessive self-criticism, health anxieties, and a deep need to be useful. Okay, stemming from early experiences of being criticized or feeling flawed in practical or physical ways. Yet his pain, I said his, but it says this pain transforms into a profound gift for meticulous, practical healing service and helping others achieve well-being through detailed care, healthy routines, and tangible support, making them superb healers of physical and daily life issues. And we got Sagittarius, Chiron. A core wound around meaning, belief, truth, and higher purpose, often stemming from disillusionment with institutions, dogma, or feeling lied to about life's big answers. This placement creates a deep inner search for wisdom where the pain of feeling lost or misled becomes the catalyst to become a powerful guide, teacher, and healer, sharing profound insights and gained from navigating disillusionment to find authentic truth and meaning. Okay. Neptune. And then we're going to put these away. A generational focus on spiritual quests, philosophical expansion, higher learning, and universal truths, blending Neptune's mysticism with Sagittarius' love for freedom and exploration, leading to dreams of global consciousness, idealistic beliefs, and discovering meaning beyond the material world. This placement fosters big picture thinking, inspiring faith and ideals. So, Rob, did you want to give the illusion that everything was fine between, like, with your son, basically? Yes. Did you mislead your son to be there? No, you did not. Okay, so you told him you were going, but he didn't dress up? Were you upset about the fact that he didn't dress up or wasn't acting like he should? Is that what led to the argument? My thing is like, why isn't anybody telling us exactly what the argument was about? All they said is they argued. It was very loud. Well, what did they talk about? What was the argument? Why are you guys not saying exactly what the argument was? You know? Okay, so we're going to put these away. And we're going to ask, what was the reason for you taking him to the party? What was the reason for you taking him to the party? What was the reason? What was the reason for you taking him to the party? Got a letter. Do you want me to pull out any more letters? No. Am I still talking to the high divine? Do you swear upon Jesus Christ's name you're telling me the truth? Yes. Okay. So they didn't want me to pull out anymore. What was the reason that you wanted him to go? Why? Why? Question. Who asked the question? We got fixed. There's something negative about it. Number 12. Like for negative reasons. Like I feel like it wasn't for his, like it wasn't what he wanted to do. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to go. Somebody who wants to go would dress up and be happy and be cool to be there. He obviously did not want to be there. That's an I. Okay, with KKK being here, I'm not getting white supremacy, but I am getting supremacy. The state or condition of being superior to all others in authority, power, and or status. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting with that. Worldwide supremacy. He wanted to, like, Rob. I'm guessing that's Rob. Is that your energy, Rob? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so we also got boss. Like, I'm in no way whatsoever, like, downplaying their death. I'm not. I'm just getting to the truth and the facts and what ifs about behind everything. Like I said, I have to remain completely unbiased. And like I said, I thought when I first started doing this, I swore this thing was going to say yes, but it said no. And it still says no to this day. To this day, it still says no. So like I said, when we got KKK, I was getting not like KKK, like white supremacy, just supremacy. Like it said, the state or condition of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status. So he wanted to appear like he's the boss. Okay, so I'm getting boss, like the fact that it's, I don't even have all the words to spell it, like I don't have an R, but the fact that it's over it, the boss over the child. He wanted to show his supremacy over his child. XY. I'm getting boy. Which, you know, it is his son. Okay. Okay. So I'm also good. With that being said, if the attorneys or anything are watching this, lawyers, this is a message from his dad. Okay? I do love you. Aw, I'm kind of getting choked up now. Yeah, I'm feeling his emotion right now. That's regardless of how things played out. He does love his son. Okay. So as much as Nick may think his dad doesn't love him, he does. Which is why that's why they keep saying no, he didn't. He did not. Like they're seriously coming through. That's why his mom gave that message like, don't give up. That's what they want. If you die, the truth dies with you. And now we're getting into this. And that's the message that I got for him. Like, I do love you. Aww. Okay, so I'm also getting this. Like I said, I don't have an end, but I'm getting, like, if there was an end here, I know you're mad. I know you're mad. Like, he knows he's mad with his dad. Rob knows that Nick is mad with him. But that message came out like, I do love you. One second. Okay, we're back. I had to get my composure. Okay. Is there any more information in this? Okay, so you want me to put it away? Alright. Thank you, because you're getting me all types of choked up here. Holy crap, hold on. That just hit me out of nowhere. And I can't get up and go grab myself a Kleenex because every time I get up, it breaks the channel. Okay. Where's my paper? Back. Okay, back. Shoot, what is that? Oh, pencil. Okay, so what? Is Nick Reiner autistic? It's my favorite color, red. It's my favorite animal, the whale. It's my favorite flower, carnations. My favorite flower, the lily. It's my favorite animal, birds. It's my favorite animal, cheetah. It's my favorite color, green. It's my favorite color, blue. Okay. Those are just confirmation questions that I have to ask to make sure that I'm still on the right channel. Okay. Is Nick Reiner autistic? Is he schizophrenic? Yes. Does the schizophrenia make him so dangerous that he's willing to kill? No. Okay. Do you want me to pull out letters on it? No. Do you want me to roll the dice? No. Did hotel staff find blood in the shower and on the bed in Nick Reiner's hotel room? Yes. Was it somebody else's blood? No. Was it his own? Yes. Did he self-harm? Okay, when I mean self-harm, I don't mean by using drugs. Did he self-harm? No. Okay. Did he do drugs? Should I pull out letters? Should I roll the dice? No, pull out letters. Okay, what drugs did he do in the hotel room? What drugs did Nick Reiner, do in the hotel room of the night of your murder? Got number one. We got fixed. Oh, like a fix. Some type of fix. Cancer. Do you need me to pull out more letters? Yes. Okay, we got fixed again. We got autumn again. Again, this happened in the autumn time. Got question. Do you need me to pull out more letters? No. Okay. That's an I. H. B. D. Z. P. R. I would just want to move the cubes out of the way so that way they don't get hit and like make a whole different letter. It looks like cocaine and heroin again. Like I said, like that would make sense if you had a nosebleed. Maybe blood in the shower, because it doesn't say exactly how much blood. Trying to see. Let me get these all out here before I start making up words. Hold on a second. I'm getting a word in my head, but like I don't know what it is. Okay, so the word that I'm getting is moxie. So it could either be the name, like the definition of moxie, like determination, or it could be moxie. And I just looked up the drug meaning of moxie. Methoxetamine. Is it meth or something? Moxie. That's methamphetamine. But what's feel separated or detached from their body or physical environment? Moxie is a dissociative drug. That means it causes people to feel separated or detached from their body or physical environment. So it affects a low oral dose. It often produces a stoned state with enhanced tactile sensation and eroticism, heightened emotions, and conceptual thought without strong visual hallucinations. Higher or smoke doses can cause powerful, intense, and potentially disorienting effects similar to 5-MeO-DMT, including loss of coherent thought and intense waves of mental imagery. As of 2025, 5-MeO-MIPT is a phase 1 clinical trials for the treatment of psychotic disorders being developed under the name MSD, Mind State Designed Labs. Its legal status varies by, because I'm getting Moxie and I'm seeing it out here. I heard the word, but then I'm also seeing it. So we'll get clarification here in a second, but I just needed to get that out because I kept hearing it. Because they reported it, but like, did they ever give samples of it? If not, it's irrelevant because you don't know whose blood it is if he was doing drugs in the room. You know, if he did cocaine, he could have gotten a nosebleed. If he did heroin, obviously heroin, you shoot up in the vein and you can bleed that way. The vein is blood, so. And the fact that he has all these issues in the sense of like, just, you know, autism, schizophrenia. Did he do cocaine in the hotel room? It's my favorite color, red. No. Okay. Did he do cocaine in the hotel room? Yes. Did he do heroin in the hotel room? Yes. Did he do Moxie in the hotel room? Yes. Was this Moxie prescribed to him by a doctor? Yes. Prescription drug. It's a dissociative drug and a new psychoactive substance that acts as an NMDA receptor antagonist. It produces effects similar to ketamine, but is reported to be more potent and longer lasting. It is primarily used recreationally for hallucinogenic and dissociative effects. Was it prescribed to him by a doctor? No, somebody else prescribed it to him. Yeah, meaning like a drug dealer. Or an actual physician, doctor? No. Drug dealer? Yes. Now it is coming out. Got it. Where's my via drug I mean, it all came out. Got it via drug dealer, through drug dealer. So cocaine, heroin, and moxie. Did he do anything else? Did he smoke any weed or take any edibles? No, cocaine, heroin, and moxie. Okay. So that would make sense. In many places, including the UK, MXE is a controlled substance and is illegal to possess, sell, or supply. So yeah. So got it via drug dealer, cocaine, heroin, and moxie. Is there any more in messages within the letters? Messages within the symbols? No. Put it all back. Okay. At what time did your son come home with you? The night after the party, you guys got into an argument. Did you stay after the argument? No, you went home after the argument? Yes. How soon after, when you got home, did Nick Reiner leave? Should I roll the dice? Should I pull letters? Should I pull letters? Which one should I do first? Dice? Letters. Dice. These dice? Should I roll the ones that are the ones that I just made today as well? It's my favorite color, red. Okay. Okay, they got into an argument. Okay, but when did they leave? What time did they leave? I'm trying to figure out if it says it anywhere. Yeah, but what time? What time did they leave? What time did you guys leave the party? Was it after 9 p.m.? Was it after 9 p.m.? Before 9 p.m.? After 8 p.m.? Before 8 p.m.? So, alright, so before 9, but after 8. So between 8 and 9 p.m., you guys left the party. Okay. Because if you figure out what time they left the party, what was the other question that, oh yeah. So they, Conan O'Brien stopped guests from calling 911 and Nick Reiner during the explosive fight with Dad. Holiday party. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, five. We do have 8 and 9 in the number 2. Now I'm seeing, I mean, it's saying 9 and 8, but I'm getting, like, the fact that 9 and 8 keep popping up now, I'm getting the 8 and 9. Yeah. When Nick left the house, was it on foot? Did he catch an Uber or a Lyft or call a friend to pick him up? No, he went on foot. Did he walk the 15 miles to Santa Monica? That's about 4 to 7 hours. Of what? Remember what I said? Walk 15 miles would be about 4 to 7 hours. Did he drive? No. Did somebody pick him up? No. Did he call a Lyft, an Uber, a taxi? Did he catch a bus? Did he catch a bus? No, he walked. So when he walked, did he also stop at one of those drug houses? Yes. Drug House 1, Drug House 2. Remember when I said, I forget which read it was, but I remember saying that he met this guy. Like, he went, there's 4 drug houses, okay? Apparently the murderer goes to 4 separate drug houses, okay? And Nick has only been to just 2 of these specific drug houses, alright? So I just asked, I'm like, so drug house number 1, did he go to that one? Drug house number 2. Drug house number 3. Drug house number 4. Was the killer at drug house number 2? No. What, did he see Nick anywhere that night? No. Okay. Does the murderer know Nick, not on a very personal level, but has he met him before? Yes. Have they done drugs together? Oh, that is a hard yes. Would Nick remember, if they were to do a composite drawing of the, the physical description that I gave with the index cards, would Nick recognize who it is? Yes. Would he know his name? No, he wouldn't remember his name, but he would recognize the face. Yeah, see, I'm good. See, I'm the same way. I'm good with faces. Like, if I don't know you on a regular basis, if I don't talk to you on a regular basis, I may not remember your name, but I would know your face. Because I'll see you randomly like, I know you. I've seen your face before. Where have I seen you before? Oh, yeah. Like, I would remember that. I'm really good with, like, pictures. Like, picking up on people's faces and stuff like that. But not names. Not at all. Were you guys killed before or after 4:15 a.m.? Before? After. Okay, so I want to say if temps are cold, would it delay decomposition? Yes, cold temperatures significantly delay or even halt decomposition because they slow down the metabolic activity of bacteria, fungi, and insects that break down organic matter, with freezing temperatures stopping the process almost entirely, preserving tissues for much longer periods, while warmth and humidity, whenever we were getting moist heat before, accelerate decay. Cold creates the conditions for preservation, essentially pausing biological clock until temperatures rise. Okay, so hot temperatures speed up, not delay decomposition by boosting bacteria, enzymes, and insect activity, leading to faster breakdown, while cold temperatures slow or halt. Hot and humid conditions create the perfect storm for rapid decay, but extreme heat can kill microbes, while extreme cold freezing stops it. Okay, this is about to get really morbid, guys. I'm about to get into rigor mortis. Okay, rigor mortis is highly dependent on temperature. Warmer temperatures speed up its onset and resolution hours, while colder temperatures slow it down dramatically, causing it to persist for days or weeks, making a key factor for forensic estimations of the time of death. If somebody messed with that thermostat to either make it, like, I don't know, meaning rigor sets in and fades more quickly. Faster in heat, higher temperatures accelerate the chemical reactions that cause muscles to stiffen, meaning rigor sets in and fades more quickly. So if they turned up the temperature, because remember, like you can actually turn up a temperature. You can put a timer on it. So there's certain. Okay, so if you had a thermostat, can you set a timer on thermostats? Yes, you can set a timer on a thermostat typically by using a programmable or smart thermostat with built-in scheduling features to control heating and cooling times automatically, or by installing an external timer switch for simple on and off cycles, allowing you to save energy and maintain comfort without constant and manual adjustments. Bruh. Did the murderer mess with the thermostat to make rigor mortis happen quickly or delay it? To quickly do it. To make it seem like it was, to make the murder seem like it was done much later? Like later in the night? Or earlier in the morning? Later in the night. So if they set the temperature to high, remember we were getting heat, moisture, humidity, all that, like if it was, so like it said, warmer temperatures speed up the onset resolution. Yeah, so if they were to make it warmer, that would speed up rigor mortis. How long does rigor mortis take? Starts 2 to 6 hours post-mortem, becomes full peak around 12 hours, and fades, resolving completely within 36 to 72 hours. The factors like temperature, age, and muscle mass also affect timing. It begins in small facial muscles, moves to limbs, and disappears in the same order as tissue spread. Yeah, okay. So rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles after death, typically starts 2 to 6 hours post-mortem, becomes full peak around 12 hours, and fades, resolving completely within 36 to 72 hours. So somebody fucked with the thermostat. If somebody messed with that thermostat, I'm pretty sure you can see if somebody did. Would they be able, like if they were to check the thermostat, would they be able to see that somebody messed with it? With the program history? Do you have a daily history, monthly history, or yearly history? Do you have all three? Do you have just monthly? Just yearly? You have also daily. So they'll be able to tell whether or not that thermostat has been messed with that day. Mm-hmm. Bruh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that would make sense as to why he... Oh my goodness. Did they do a full blood analysis on Rick Reiner after they picked him up? No, so all those drugs are out of his system? Yep. Damn it, they should have... Oh man. That could have cleared him. That could... I mean, like, what's he gonna do? Give up the name to the drug dealer? Be like, well, you know, maybe my drug dealer was like... They're not gonna... They're like, bitch, you call me one more time, I'm never gonna sell to you again. Oh man. It keeps saying he didn't do it. It wasn't me. Now I'm getting on. Now I'm getting that song. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Wait. Hold on. Even caught me on camera. It wasn't me. Hold on. Wasn't me. Sugar. I love that song. And I'm not getting it in a sense. Okay, so like, it's a song about like somebody gaslighting, but he's not gaslighting. If he is professing to his lawyer, I didn't do it, it wasn't me, I wasn't even there. Yo, man. Open up, man. What do you want, man? My girl just caught me. You let her catch you? I don't know how I'd let this happen. With who? The girl next door, you know? Say it wasn't you. Alright. Honey came in, she caught me red-handed. The girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked. Somebody had their eyes on him all night. Somebody was watching. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, like, I'm not going creeping. Somebody was creeping around and watching what was going down. Okay? And not in a sense of, and it even says, shouldn't have given her an extra key. Like, somebody had a way to get in. How can you give your woman access to your villa? Trespass and a witness while you cling to your pillow. You better watch your back before she turned into a killer. Oh. So let's review the situation that you caught up in a... Man, stupid little pop-up ads. I'm trying to read. To be a true player, you know how to play. If she say a night, convince her it was day. Dude, okay, so I'm not, if you don't read this verbatim, okay? You gotta put it where it goes, okay? If she say at night, convince her say a day. Never admit to a word when she say, and if she claim, you tell her, baby, no way. She even caught me on camera. They caught him on camera, like he wasn't even there. He wasn't even in the house. And maybe somebody did catch the killer on camera in some way, shape, or form. Saw the marks so much. Marks meaning heard the screams getting louder. Oh my god, dude. This is giving me chills a little bit. You cannot take this verbatim as if Nick has done it, because every time I ask, swear to God, it doesn't change. Every time I ask Rob and Michelle here, they keep saying, no, he didn't do it. Like, he wasn't even there. As soon as he got home, he packed a bag and bounced. You might need to check the thermostat. I'm telling you, if you check that thermostat, you're going to see, like, something was messed with. But yeah, see, I'm getting 8, 9. You also got 18, 9. You got 5, you got 6, you got 6. So I wonder if they got to the party like around between 5 and 6 o'clock. And they left between 8 and 9. Because you got 4 plus 1 is 5, 8 and 9 here, between 8 and 9. You got 8 here, you got 9 here, you got 6. So and you got 2, 4 up here, 6. So they could have arrived at the party between 5 and 6, and then left between 8 and 9. But if he left on foot to go get these drugs, and like I said, okay, yeah, they reported that there was blood in the room, but did you give that blood sample to the authorities? If not, it's irrelevant. Because if he got drugs, it could have been a nosebleed, it could have been heroin from shooting up. Like, facts. And it's not like they did a drug screen on him as soon as they got him into jail, because, it takes how long for that shit to get out of your system? Hold on. How long for cocaine to leave system blood test? Okay, it will remain detectable to test in your blood and saliva for up to 2 days, 48 hours, urine up to 4 days, 96 hours, and hair follicles for up to 90 days. Take a hair DNA sample. I mean, but at the same time, how many times has he been doing coke? You know what I mean? But at least it could probably tell you if he was doing cocaine. Alright, so heroin. Nobody's asking for help is available. I'm not having the problem here. I just want to know how long it takes. Does it take for heroin to leave the system? Again, it keeps giving me, help is available. Speak with somebody today. Dude, that's not what this is. That's not what this is. Well, it was able to tell me about how long do drugs stay in your system. Okay. Why is this such a problem? Okay, so heroin, urine test, 3 days, hair test, 90 days, blood test, 6 hours, saliva, 1 hour. Now I'm just curious about marijuana. Urine test, 30 days, hair test, 90 days, blood test, 4 hours, saliva test, 72 hours. Okay, well, thank you, finally. Cheese and crackers. No, I don't have a problem. I don't even do drugs. I don't even drink. Okay. Is there anything more that you want to discuss? Yes. Do you want me to roll the dice? It's my favorite color, red. It's my favorite color, blue. Okay, roll the dice. Which dice? My color dice? My colorful dice? No, my regular dice? Yes. Okay. Bing. What else would you like to tell us regarding your murder, guys? Like either your murder, the situation leading up to your murder, or during the murder, whatever you guys like to talk about. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Least to greatest. Greatest to least. Okay. Greatest to least. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. Something about the home. Something about the home. Your home. Someone else's home. So your home. It's something about your home. Do you need me to pull out letters? Roll the dice again. Yes, okay. So it's something about the home. Okay? Something about the home. And I'm getting, when I'm looking at these pictures here, you know, there's the garage coming up again, the house, the garage, the kitchen. Like interior. The interior of the house. Something about the home. Two, 3, 5, 6, 6. Least to greatest. Greatest to least. Okay. 2, 3, 5, 5, 6. Gates, coolant. Radiator. It's oxygen. Are we talking about the thermostat again? It is the thermostat. Somebody messed with your thermostat. Okay. You want me to roll the dice again? Do you want me to pull out letters? What do you want me to do first? Roll the dice? Pull out letters. Okay, so it's about the thermostat. It is about the thermostat. What would you like to say about the thermostat? Hold on, I need more incense. No, whoa, too many. Something's coming out fast. Something is coming out fast. Or speeding something up. Something's coming out fast, speeding something up. All right, about the thermostat, what do you want to tell us? That's 7, 3, Chiron, mutable, change, adaptability, change, fixed. Somebody fixed it. 37. Well, whoa. Hold on. Check this out. I remember seeing this. Okay, so if we're doing rigor mortis temperature, I went back to that. It's highly dependent on temperature. Warmer temperatures like 37 degrees Celsius, 37, speeds up its onset and resolution hours, while colder temperatures slow it down dramatically, causing it to persist for days or even weeks, making it a key factor for forensics. So yeah, we got 37 out here. Okay. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Is my favorite color red? Ah, see, now I'm getting interference again. I'm getting too close. It does that when I get too close to something. It's heating up. Yo. In the name of the Mother, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I cleanse the pendulum. In the name of the Mother, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I cleanse the pendulum. In the name of the Mother, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I cleanse the pendulum. Show me yes. Show me no, please. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Yes, it's my favorite color, red. Am I speaking to the All High Almighty, Jesus Christ, Rob and Michelle Reiner, anyone else other than the four of you? Would you like me to pull out more letters? Yes. Got Cancer. Money coming out again. Okay. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Nope, that's it. Okay. Wait. Is the answer in the letters? Symbols? Both? None of it. I had to throw that in there just to make sure it was going to make another direction. Okay, so we got M, H, B, F, best friend, boyfriend. I just got BF and it just stuck in my head for whatever reason. I'm getting that song again. What was that promise that you made? Da, 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 da. That was involving in the killer. So this has something to do with the killer. Come on, come on, come on. Touch me, baby. The killer touched the... I'm getting to killer. Go-to crime. I'm getting go-to crime scene or place of crime. Got temp. High. Oh, I already got the G out there. High temps. Remember, we got a mutable out here, which is adapting and changing of the seasons change, and then it was fixed. Or number 37. It's all out here. Chiron in Cancer signifies deep wounds around nurturing family roots and emotional security, often stemming from childhood experiences where one felt under-nurtured or lacked a stable home. As the wounded healer, this placement means learning to self-mother, trust, and create emotional safety, ultimately transforming personal pain into profound empathy and healing for others who feel similarly insecure or disconnected from their origins, turning vulnerability into strength. And they did this for money. It was done for money. A deed is a legal document most commonly in real estate that transfer property ownership from a grantor to a grantee, acting as a proof of transfer, requiring writing, signatures, a property description, and recording of for validity with common type. Did he have more than one home or one place? Rob Reiner owned multiple significant homes, notably a famous Brentwood estate previously owned by Norma Lear and Henry Fonda, which he bought and sold, plus another residence he purchased in 2013, showing a strong connection to luxury real estate in Hollywood, but the exact number of properties isn't specified, just a few key ones within a larger portfolio. How many properties did Rob... The exact total number isn't specified. The sources detail at least these two key estates with millions in value contributing to his substantial wealth at the time of his death. Oh, I was getting oceanfront from a while back. I don't think I said it. So Brentwood Estate, LA, purchased in early 1990s from Norma Lear for around $4.75 million. This home had a rich history, previously owned by Henry Fonda. And then a Malibu oceanfront. He acquired an oceanfront property in Malibu Colony around 1994 for roughly $4 million. Later valued much higher and even rented out for significant sums. I don't have no idea. No. Props. Properties. Jack. I don't know why, but like the name Jack just is significant somehow. Bank deeds. Bank papers. Show me yes. Show me no, please. Did the killer physically take it? Did he take pictures? Because if he physically took it, it would look like a robbery. And it wasn't supposed to look like a robbery. It's moving in the shadows. Moving in the shadows. Does this killer only have a general education? Does he have a higher education? No, just a general education. Okay, so I was getting GED. Like, this person doesn't really have a higher education, just a general one. Pathway to certificate of high school equivalency. Did this guy ever go to college? No, he just went to high school. Did he graduate high school? Or did he get a GED? No. So we're just saying general education. So he was he talking to anybody on the phone while there? No. He knew what he had to do before he got there? Yeah. Did he write it down and bring it did he write it down, his like the details of what he had to do in order to get the job done? That is a hard yes. Okay. Is there anything more in these messages? No. Do you have more you want to talk about? Yes. Okay. Oh, Lord Almighty. Would you like me to roll the dice? Would you like me to get out more Scrabble letters? Roll a dice. Okay. One, two, two, one, two, 11246. Refers to Executive Order 11246, significant U.S. directive from 1965 that mandate federal contractors to ensure equal employment opportunity and take affirmative action prohibiting discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. Am I taking this for face value? No. Are we talking about equal employment? Yes. Is this involving the people that Rob Reiner worked with prior to his murder? Yes. Do these people have significance to your murder? Holy shit, look how hard that's swinging. That is a yes. Do you want me to pull out letters? Yes. We got winter, Sag, star. Remember, Hollywood is the place of the stars. Okay. Do you need me to pull out more letters? Do you not need me to pull out more letters? No, pull out more letters. Okay. Virgo. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Do you need me not to pull out any more letters? Pull out more letters. Okay. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? No. Okay, am I looking at a 9 or a 12 here? 9? 12. Okay, so 9. So we got 5, 9, and 6. Is the height that they got on him on Google accurate? Is it accurate? The height that they have for him on Google accurate? No. Yes or no? No. Is Michael McKean like 6 foot? How tall is Christopher Guest? 5'11", 5'10", 5'9". So he's about 5'9". I need to see them standing next to each other. That's Rob. That's Michael. Wait a minute. How tall is Michael Mickey? How tall is Rob? Hold on a second. Because I'm looking at this and I'm getting kind of like heights. I'm thinking heights. Thing just went off. He's 6'2". Kind of looks like Chris is taller. I don't know, it's a little weird. Unless maybe shoes. I don't know. That's a little weird. The heights aren't matching. When you're looking at the pictures, the heights aren't matching up. Okay, anyway. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? No. Okay. So we got Virgo, Sag, we got Winter, we got Star, exclamation, and 5, 6, and 9. Okay. So this is in regards to what you call it? Equal employment. Something about equal employment, like equal pay. Somebody wasn't getting equal pay, or felt like they should have gotten more pay, and they didn't. Let's get these letters out here real quick. We got bad. Also, that promise that you made song's coming back up. Maybe somebody was promised to get something more and they didn't. Got bad deal. Let's get these. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. Let's get these all out here real quick. Something's BS, something's bullshit. Bad deal, something's bullshit. Didn't I have a T out here? No? Oh, we had BS. I almost had the whole word, but I got BS. Bullshit. Something was a bad deal and it was bullshit. Somebody's really pissed off about the bad deal that they got. Dull. Somebody was very pissed about what they got. High value. Okay, high value describes something or someone possessing great worth, importance, quality, or desirability, often implying rarity, integrity, self respect, and positive traits like confidence, ethics, and personal growth. I mean, if something was bullshit, dull, high value. Okay, so the term dull high value can have several distinct meanings depending on the context, ranging from specific terminology in gaming and art to a concept used in dating and finance. Okay, in finance, the idea of dull investments having high value relates to the concept that investments with high returns often come with high risk. High yield bonds issued by companies in trouble. Remember, we got debt a lot the last time, while more stable, where was I? Hello. While more stable, less exciting investments can be a great, reliable place to build wealth over time. The perceived dullness often translates to safety and consistency. And then art, film, filmography, videography, whatever you want to call it, is a type of art when doing drama. In art and design, the term value refers to the lightness and darkness of a color or tone. Dull, and this well, no, okay, so that's completely different. So this is more finance. Ownership. Oh, wait, no, that's a U. Because I'm feeling like if okay, so it's kind of like if you had an inheritance and somebody died, and okay, so say you had three people, right? You got three people that are supposed to inherit something, but one of those people died. Then the proceeds will actually get divided out more to those people versus to the one that was, to the person that died. Fake pals, like fake friends. Bad deal, it's bullshit, dull, high value. Something about ownership, like I said, like he was the director and everything, and something was supposed to go, like whenever you make a certain amount of something, like I said, like if it is inheritance between three people and then one of this person died, then these two would get more out of it than they would if they had a third person. I don't have, because I know, like, apparently, from what I asked, Guest knew about the setup, but he wasn't a part of it. He knew about it. He was aware of it. But from what I understand, McKean and O'Toole, his wife, remember the two married people that were involved with the setup, was the one that did the setup. And then they hired somebody to do the murder. Just make sure I was getting the right way to spell it. PR campaign. A planned series of strategic communications to build awareness, manage reputation, and promote something specific, bro. I'm getting more strategic communications. By influencing public perception, and that's perception of Nick being the bad guy, when they keep saying every single time he wasn't the bad guy, he wasn't even there that night. I mean, he was there, grabbed his stuff, and then he bounced because he didn't want to be in the same room, I guess. Often through earned media, storytelling events, and digital engagement, rather than just paid advertising to achieve clear goals like boosting sales or changing opinion. These campaigns use various channels. Now I'm hearing damage control. That just flickered more. PR campaign, boo, exclamation. I don't have a T, do I? No, I said that already. Okay, so no T, but I'm hearing damage control, PR campaign. Remember, stars. These guys they see themselves as stars. They are the elite. Yeah. So I'm getting like the stars, they're the elite. Star PR campaign. Something to do with the winter time. This is probably going to be, I mean, it's doing it now. Rush. Fake. Okay, news. Rushing fake news. That just flickered again. Are there any more messages within the letters? No. Are there any messages within the symbols? No. Are we done? Yes. All right. That's all we got for tonight. I'll see if anything pops up for tomorrow. I'll see what it else wants to talk about tomorrow. But I think I got pretty much everything that needs to be said. They just need to get all the evidence for it. So, with that being said, we're like 2 hours and 12 minutes in. I hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to bed. I have work in the morning, and I will see you guys on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Bye. Love y'all.